Hey folks, Thack with AOK Urban Homestead, and welcome back for this edition of us cooking together. But before we get there, folks, I've recently hit 2K, and I really want to thank each and every single one of you for subscribing. If you're new and you want to get us to 3K, how about you consider subscribing? Until then, let's get to cooking. Well, folks, Brenda grilled that chicken. It's rusting and getting cool for us. I have, as you guys can see, 4 pasta bowls in front of me because we're going to do 4 different dishes. My wife was gracious enough and she went ahead and just cooked all the pasta because that's what would have taken the longest. I don't think you wanted to watch me cook pasta for an hour. So, anyways, we have these bow ties right here. That's going to be for the tuna casserole. This right here, the rotini, is going to be for baked pizza. Yes. And this rotini here, this is for chicken Alfredo. And then this big thing of spaghetti noodles is for baked spaghetti. So, with it all cooked and ready to go, all we got to do is put the mixes together. Well, and we have to cook because I make my Alfredo from scratch. So that we will go through step by step. But everything else is actually from my pantry already ready to go. So some of the stuff I canned myself. Some of it was already pre-canned, store-bought canned stuff, like tuna. We don't have tuna in Iowa, except for in a can. So we have cans of tuna. Things like that. But these are all things that I have stocked in my pantry that I'm trying to use up. So what better way than to do a big meal prep? Well, folks, with Brenda having this pasta all cooked up, this is going to make it so much easier for me to put things together for you guys. Okay? So, I'll run through the list of ingredients that we have for this. It is a very simple tuna casserole. Let me get my glasses on. And if you guys want to, pause, take down notes, whatever. It's simple. It's 3 cups of noodles, but I have 12 because we're meal prepping for more than just this meal. We're going to meal prep for throughout the month, okay? We can pull one of these meals out each week, and we have a month's worth, okay? Anyways, it is 3 cups of egg noodles. So we have actually 12. So that's 4 times the recipe. It calls for 1 whole onion diced. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to, there's 1 onion, there's 2 onion, there's 3 onion. We'll put a little more extra in there. Okay. And then it calls for 2/3 cups of peas. I am going to just go ahead and put 1 whole bag in there. That's 1 pound. 1 pound of peas in here. Alright. Frozen peas work best because they hold together. Okay. Then it calls for, well, 1 can of tuna. We like the taste of the tuna. So it's supposed to be 4, but I'm going to put 6 in this one. So I'm going to go 1. Fresh caught. Next thing, all we do next, cream of mushroom soup. 4 cans. It looks disgusting, huh? But it's yummy. I will learn how to can and make my own cream of mushroom soup out of wild mushrooms someday. Now, there are some people that do not like cream of mushroom or mushroom flavoring, so please go ahead and substitute with cream of chicken. And then all you do is mix everything up, put it in your tray, and then I'll be back. Alright folks, I forgot to tell you, we add, so it was supposed to be 1/3 cup of milk and cheddar cheese, but I didn't have cheddar cheese. I had Colby Jack, and so I just put Colby Jack in here. I am supposed to use 1 cup. Well, so that makes it 4 cups for my thing here. I'll get into the trays and I'll show you how to top it off. Alright folks, so I ended up with 5 trays, which is a good thing since we're going to eat one tonight. Alright, so now that everything's mixed up and in there, all I'm going to do, top it with more cheese, right? There we go. Now I'm not going to have enough of this cheese, but good thing I have a lot of mozzarella cheese. And Brenda and I love cheese. So I want to make sure we have enough. Okay? And I actually am such a geek, I weighed this out. So we have 2 pounds of tuna casserole in each tray. 2 pounds. So for us, that makes it perfect 4 meals. Well, 2 meals each. So 4 meals total. And then finish that off on top there. I think that's actually enough cheese. So all I'm going to do is top it off with some panko breadcrumbs. I got some panko Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. They're very delicious. And folks, recipe number 1 is done. Alright folks, what we're going to do next is the pizza bake. So, this pizza bake is actually very new to me. And so, we're going to really do this one together. Now, we're doubling the recipe. And we're adding some of our own stuff that we like. You know what I mean? So, we happen to like... Well, let me get a knife. Oh, there we go. We happen to like Canadian bacon. So, I got a whole thing of Canadian bacon here. And I didn't want them to be in huge chunks, so I'm cutting them into 4. Okay? Let me get a dish out for that. And then in this pan here, we have 1 pound of Italian sausage and 1 pound of venison, ground venison that we harvested. So, yep. So we're gonna get the fat from the Italian sausage mixed into that venison, so it's not so dry. Okay. What else does it call for? Oh, it calls for, of course, pepperoni. It says 36 slices, and since I'm doubling it, I'm taking it as 72 slices of pepperoni, guys. But for the pepperoni, when it cooks, it shrinks a little bit, so I'm just cutting those in half. But we'll cut more as we need it. Then it calls for some onions. Now it calls for a half an onion diced up. Well, I'm going to put a whole onion in there, since Brenda already diced them up for us. And then I'm going to let that cook a little bit. And then we'll get to assembling. Alright folks, it's the onions cooked down a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic now. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of garlic. Brenda and I love garlic. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic to get it going now. And it does not call for it, but we love peppers. So I'm putting in 1 full cup of sweet peppers, those little ones. And we're going to let that cook down a little bit. Well, hello, little puppies. They just came inside. Anyways, we're going to let that cook up, and then we're going to assemble when we come back. Alright guys, since it's 2 trays, I'm going to make it a little easier on myself, and I weighed these out, so we got 2 there. So, I'm going to take half of this mix. Oh, it smells so good in this house right now. That Italian sausage, the garlic, the onion, everything. It is smelling good. Right, honey?
Yes.
She's behind me, you guys. Or she's behind you guys. Yeah, that's it. She's behind you guys. Anyway, so we're going to put that in there. Now, what I like to do is get some of that cheese melted in there. A little bit of it. Oh, hey, honey, can you hand me some pasta sauce? I totally forgot about the pasta sauce, guys. Just a little bit in there, okay, guys? Well, big jar of pasta sauce here. So this is our own home canned pasta sauce here. Oh, yes. No, we need pizza sauce. The pasta sauce is for the spaghetti later. We need pizza sauce. 2 cans of pizza sauce, please, baby. Oh, my. All right, so our own homemade pizza sauce also. So we're going to put 1 can into each one. One here. Ooh, that almost went everywhere, guys. All right, those will be washed for use later. Let's get thrown away. Now, all we're going to do, oh, there it is mix it up. And that's why I decided it's best to just go ahead and get mixing bowls out so that we can get them mixed up. Oh my goodness, can you guys see that? That looks, oh my goodness, so good. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do this pizza bake. 2 trays. All right, 2 trays. I'm going to get the 1 cup measure out. And I'm going to go 2 cups on the bottom. Oops, where am I going? This way. Next, over here. 2 cups on the bottom, right? Then you put a layer of cheese on each one, just a little bit. Well, you know, about almost a cup. And then take yourself a stack of, what is this called? Oh yeah, it's called Canadian bacon. Get a stack of Canadian bacon, stick it on. Oh my goodness, that came out so perfect. Look, 1 stack per layer. Right, then I'm just going to get 1 scoop to put right on top. Then 1 pepperoni each. And 1 for my wife, because she loves pepperoni.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Now, I think we actually have enough to make a 3rd tray. But we'll just. Oh my goodness, folks! There's the last topping. I think I am gonna make a 3rd tray because it's way too much here. We top with more cheese, guys. More cheese, right? Because we want it to soak down with cheese. And then, this time, we do the Canadian bacon. Top it with more cheese. And then, our favorite, black olives. Just get sprinkled on top. That's all it's getting. Just sprinkled on top. These bakes are done. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. All right, folks, on to the next one. Well, folks, we are moving right along. We are going on to our third recipe. Now, I don't go exactly like the recipe told me to, but I'll tell you what the recipe says. It says 1 box, 12 ounces of pasta, 3 cups of cooked chicken, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 2 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of heavy cream, 3/4 cups grated Parmesan, and then 2 cups of shredded mozzarella, salt and pepper to taste, and then garnish with finely chopped parsley. We are not going to garnish this with parsley because it's going into the freezer. Since it's going into the freezer, we can garnish it later, once after we cook it, or whatever we want to do. So in here, I'm going to get that butter melted. I did use 8 tablespoons instead of 6. I like that buttery taste, okay? And then it says here 1 teaspoon of garlic. Well, we're going to use 2 teaspoons since we're doubling it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not measuring exact either, okay? My lid. All right. Then, to that, we're going to let that just start cooking down a little bit. Get that all mixed up. I have it on medium heat right now so that I don't burn my butter or my garlic. All right. There we go. And then to that pan, I am going to add the milk and cream once that is all melted down. Calls for 2 tablespoons, so we do 4, okay? All right. Once that cooks down, we'll come right back. All right, so the flour has cooked. It's turning a little bit brownish. I don't want it too brown, so I am going to go ahead and add my milk now. And my heavy whipping cream. I do have my whisk out so that it does not burn the bottom, but I don't have to worry yet until it slowly comes up to temp. While that's coming up to temp, I am going to cut up the chicken that Brenda was so generous to grill for us. All right, folks, while I'm waiting for that to come up to temp, I went ahead and divided my pasta up into 3 parts. And I'm just going to eyeball the chicken, and I'm going to divide them into 3, right? Looks pretty close to me. So I'll just take and layer each one in. I'll mix it up here in a minute. So that goes there, and there we have it. And it just gets mixed up. Just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take about half of this and put it in here to make our sauce very, very, what do you call it? Creamy with a bite. Now, I personally and Brenda, both of us, do not eat a lot of salt. So I am only going to add a ½ teaspoon of salt in here, okay? I'm going to add some black pepper, just for flavor. I actually don't like a lot of black pepper, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's going to, oh, it's starting to thicken up real nice. So we'll have to keep watch on that so it doesn't burn. So, last but not least, I totally forgot, my friend Julie cooked me some bacon. And we're going to top this with some bacon. So, crunchy bacon, I'm going to start dicing up. guys, it is, oh my goodness. I love homemade Alfredo sauce. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit here. Get my 1 cup measure out. Oh gosh, guys. Did that look beautiful or what? Yeah? Now, I'm going to add a little more. I'm just going to add half of this bacon right now. It's so yummy sauce. And now, to finish it off, get ourselves some mozzarella. Well, actually, yes, mozzarella first. The rest of the bacon. Folks, dish number 3 is done. Folks, I decided to bring you guys a little closer for the final recipe, the spaghetti bake. In here, I have 2 pounds of Italian sausage and 2 pounds of venison. Because we like our spaghetti beefy, meaty, stick to your bones type of thing, all right? To that, I'm gonna add the rest of my onion, which is like 1 whole onion right here. I will add the garlic afterwards, not right now. All right, guys, so I just now added some Italian seasoning. And since it's almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Lots of garlic. And then all I'm going to do is add 1 jar of my pasta sauce in here to get that incorporated as soon as I feel the garlic is cooked well enough. Alright folks, time for the pasta sauce. And my pasta sauce is thick. Oh boy. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. That pasta sauce smells so good, guys. So good. Look at that. All right. Let's go back to the noodles, get things all set up, and we're going to plate, or we're going to start putting them in containers, guys. Well, guys, the gloves are on, and in this one where our pasta is, I'm going to go ahead and add some of my pasta sauce in here. So that way, the pasta itself gets a lot of flavor too, okay? So, oh my goodness gracious. That just looks awesome already. It smells awesome already. Yeah. All right. Since my gloves are on, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with 6 trays. I hope 6 trays will make it. All we do, get my sauce here. All right. Measuring cup. We're gonna put 1 thing of meat. Guys, this thing is making me hungry, I tell ya. Now that the meat is on, you guys know it's time for some cheese. The rest of the noodles go on. There we go. Finish off with the meat. That came out perfect. Look at that. Oh, maybe a little meat here. There. Maybe a little from you there. Yeah. Okay. Top the rest off with more cheese. All right, here we go. But folks, is that really enough cheese? No, it's not. And there you guys have it. Our last and final dish, baked spaghetti. I'll be right back. Folks, I want to thank you for spending some time in my kitchen with me. If you're new to the channel, how about you consider subscribing? No matter what, how about a thumbs up and a nice comment? Let me know how I'm doing and if there's any way I can improve. Folks, in just this short amount of time, thanks to my wife for prepping all the noodles, we just got done with 17 trays of food, 16 to go into the freezer, 1 to eat tonight for supper. Folks, thanks again. Until next time, stay blessed and be A-OK.